Some are rich from birth, some cry mother while this troubled earth. It's an answer that I see. And I moved out to California and kind of forgotten about it. And I was in between jobs. I had a week or two off from work. And so I had always wanted to go and visit this place called Salvation Mountain. And it's out in the middle of the desert in Southern California, near a town called Niland. And it's this monument. And he landed here and he just started painting up on this desert mountain. He had gotten like a tarp type material over this mountain, and he just started painting. So I drove out there in the middle of July, when in the southern desert in California it's 111 degrees. Took a ukulele and 4 gallons of water that were really hot because they were in my car, and a bunch of beef jerky, and that was really it. And I saw this saying a couple times, but really over this one little overhang that you would walk under, and it said love is universal. And that's it. That's exactly it. It doesn't matter what you believe. It doesn't matter, what you do, how much money you have, the color of your skin. We're all have this ability to love and to be loved in return, and it's a gorgeous thing that absolutely no one can ever take away from us. We spent one night. My given name is Stephen Bernard Hall Jr. Bernard is a middle name in my dad's side of the family that's gone back at least 5 generations. And when I was a kid, I used to have these cards, these name definition cards. One card said Stephen, and the definition said crowned one. And I had another one that said Bernard, and the definition is bold as a bear. Bear Stevens. This is me and only me. I was actually working on some harmonies for the chorus, and the chorus hook is high enough as it is in my range, the melody is, but I was singing in a falsetto in this really airy, high-pitched, pretty stuff, and one of our good friends, Nate Tompkinson, comes walking in, and I've played music with Nate for years and know what his voice is capable of, so we just looked at him and we said, hey man, good to see you. Do you want to record on this record real quick and sing some harmonies? And so he worked through them for about 5 minutes and stood right up and just blared out these high G's, I think they are, in that chorus. And that was just another nice random moment that, had he not walked in, you would be hearing me singing those harmonies. One really fun thing during the recording process in December was there was a song that during the bridge, my drummer Daniel Faust was playing all this really rhythmic stuff on the rims of his drums, and I really loved where that was, and I wanted that, but I also wanted there to be some cymbal swells going on. And so just in the middle of the tune I said, hey man, run it one more time, I'm going to come in there and listen as well, and I might play a little bit. So I was using 2 hands and playing these cymbals, standing right beside him, and he's sitting there playing the rims, so it's 4 hands, and you would think Daniel all of a sudden grew 4 hands. I think an interesting question or an interesting thing to think about is, do you know every song that an artist has ever done? And there are basically 2 artists for me that I feel like I know every single thing. I've heard every single record that they've done, for the most part, and that's Chicago, the old horn-based band from the 70s and 80s, and then also the Dave Matthews Band. I really, when I was drumming, I really listened to both of those bands so much, and but as a songwriter, I grew up loving James Taylor very, very easily. and his style of guitar picking is, something that is so unique. And I don't know anyone else who really picks like that, which I think is incredible. Paul Simon is another one who has a very, very particular style of finger picking. And then I got into Jackson Browne really, really late in the game when I was in college. I really, really dig his songs. And I think he's a very underrated songwriter. I think he's an incredible talent. And this is how nerdy it is. My dad is a retired music teacher in the public school system. Mom is a recently retired high school chorus teacher in the public school system. My sister is a high school chorus teacher in the public school system. And my brother-in-law is a high school band director in the public school system. My dad actually is playing trombone on a couple tracks. That's obviously great and one of the most influential musicians in my life. And my sister is also singing harmony on the first track, Sing Me Home, which is very, very fitting. Because part of, my definition of home is where my family is, and, that's her, and my mom and my dad, and my nieces, and my brother-in-law, and all my family. She could always hear the harmonies better than I could. And so I just have these memories of being in the car and a song being on the radio. And, her just singing these harmonies along with the melody that the singer on the track was, singing. And I'm just looking at her, just trying to top her, trying to find the next one, or trying to, sing it better or find a better one. And I never could. She's always been way better at that than me. After this, I'm releasing this record in North Carolina, so I'm really looking forward to it, and I can't wait to get back on the road next week and head back out and tour the West Coast for the next 3 months and wrap up 2014.